Hi, I'm Rich Munson from the site Tensoku Ryu, the organization that defines and manages the art of Tensoku Ryu. I'm here today to introduce the Tensoku Ryu bow Nidan Kata. This kata is much shorter than the Shodan version, but it is more complex in the sense that it adds a great deal of spinning. This kata has so much spinning in it, you could easily refer to it as the bow spin kata. The kata is designed to be fun. It's not designed to be arduous in any way. It's also designed to provide a platform for those who may want to participate in tournament work. We'll perform the kata 2 times, once from the front and from the side, as we normally do. So let's move on to our first performance of Tensoku Ryu bow Nidan. The Tensoku Ryu bow Nidan kata is designed primarily to be a performance or demonstration-oriented kata, something you might use in a tournament or at a demonstration somewhere. It's not really a combat-related form, and as such it would benefit from use of a lighter weight, tapered, perhaps graphite or fiberglass or some similar weapon that's not really a combat weapon but it's designed to be fast-moving and demonstration-related. The form uses several primary stances, including Isokudachi, Zenkusudachi, Sochindachi, and later in the form, Jujidachi. Here you'll see spinning happening, and normally this spinning would be done at a much higher speed. It's done slowly here for your observation benefit. It uses a number of strikes, including shomanuchi, yokomanuchi, zukis that are delivered either at the chudan or jodan level, relies on kinuchi, and is especially reliant on ura yokomanuchi, which you'll see used quite prevalently in the form. As you get down towards the end of the form, you'll notice this striking zuki at the jodan level is delivered differently on the right side and the left side. That's not part of the form, it just demonstrates different ways that you might employ that jodan level zuki. At the end of the form, you'll see numerous spinning movements. These are all optional. You can spin the weapon in any way you'd like. We just require that you spin it over the head 1 time, on the right side 1 time, on the left side and in front 1 time. Wow, that went by pretty fast. But hopefully you noticed there were a large number of Zenkusudachi stances, a lot of Ura yokomen strikes, and of course a lot of spinning. But it's hard to pick up a lot of detail when things go by that quickly and when there's a lot of background information being provided at the same time. So the next performance, we slow things down greatly and offer a much more instructional format. This format also very closely matches the written presentation that you can find by following the link provided on this video. Here is the second presentation of Tensoku Ryu bow Nidan. We'll begin the form with an opening salutation. Now I'm going to release the grip on my right hand slightly so that the weapon can slide down until I can re-grab it at the center point of the shaft length. From here I'm going to raise my right arm, spin it over my head, drive the weapon down into a shomanuchi towards angle 1 as I establish the first Zenkusudachi. So we'll go through that sequence. Striking angle 1 with shomanuchi. Now the front of the weapon is going to come back like this as I begin to kind of spin a little bit on the left side. It'll look like a left side spin initially, but it won't stay that way. I'll step to angle 3 with my right leg and then back with my left leg to angle 7. I'll eventually turn in to a Sochindachi facing angle 4. I'll strike with chudan level zuki to angle 4, followed by a chudan level zuki to angle 8. So here's all of that. So following this second chudan zuki to angle 8, I'll step back with my left leg. I'll spin the weapon on my right side as I do that. And then I'll turn to the front toward angle 1. I'll step towards angle 7, re-grab the weapon, establish Sochin Dachi and strike with Yokomen Uchi to angle 1. Now we're going to begin a fairly extensive spinning sequence. The weapon's going to spin 720 degrees in a counterclockwise manner over my head. In other words, it's going to go around twice. I will spin a little over 360 degrees, and I'll wind up facing angle 5. At the completion of all of that, I will be in Migi Zenkuzudachi, and I will have struck with a Shomen strike towards angle 5. So here's all of that sequence. I'm going to first shift my grip to the end of the weapon, and now I'll begin the spin sequence. That's once and twice. Now I'm going to strike with a series of 3 different strikes, all of which begin with a spin over my head. The first 2 are Ura-Yokomen strikes, once on the left side and once on the right side, and then the following strike is a Shomen strike, all in Zenkuzudachi and all facing angle 5. So here's all of that. Front of the weapon comes back over my head. Hidari, Ura-Yokomen. Migi Ura-Yokomen. I begin the spin again over my head, but then I cut it short, only do half a spin, and strike down with Shomen Uchi to angle 5. From here, I'm going to slide my hand back again so it's about the center of the shaft length. Release the grip with my left hand and pull back into Isokudachi, still facing angle 5. The weapon's now going to spin on my right side, 360 degrees. From here, it'll pull behind my back. I grab it with my left hand and release the grip of my right hand. Pull the weapon to the front and spin it roughly 360 degrees in front, and then 360 degrees on the left side. Again, pulling it behind my back, grabbing it this time with my right hand, releasing my left hand, and then spinning it on the right side again. When the weapon comes to rest on my forearm with my palm facing up, I want to then raise the weapon up over my head, and I'll re-grab it with my left hand as I do that. So it comes up and I grab it with my left hand. I'm going to step back now towards angle 7, and I'll deliver Gedan Barai and Shote Uchi to angle 3. So here's that combination. And I wind up in Zenkuzudachi. Now my right hand's going to grab below my left hand. I may shift and adjust my hand position slightly. I'm going to now step back and do 2 Ura-Yokomen strikes in the direction of angle 3. Both will be in Zenkuzudachi. So here's Migi Ura-Yokomen, Hidari Ura-Yokomen. I look to angle 1, spin the weapon in front, step back to angle 6, and strike with Shomen Uchi to angle 1. Followed by Hidari Kinuchi to angle 1, and Migi Yokomen to angle 1. I'll step back with the left leg and do the same sequence on the other side. 1, 2, 3. At this point, I invert my left hand so the thumb is underneath, the fingers and the palm are on the top. I release my right hand and begin to move forward as the weapon spins. Once the weapon again has a vertical orientation, I re-grab it with my right hand, step forward with my left leg and strike with Migi Ura-Yokomen to angle 1. The weapon's now going to spin over my head. I'm going to drop to my right knee, and I'm going to strike with a right hand Uchi at knee level. So here's that sequence. Now I'll do Morite Age Uke to angle 1, and I'll drop the right end of the weapon directly down and vertically into the floor. At this point I invert my left hand and then my right hand, they're not done concurrently, and I'll step up and slightly step to angle 4. step back with my left leg and strike with Hidari Uryokumen to angle 5. Now we'll move into the final general sequence in the form. I'll spin the weapon in front, step back with the right leg to angle 6, strike with a showman strike in the direction of angle 1. You want this to come down on the left side of your body, not on the right side. If it comes down on the right side, you'll have a lot of trouble with the next movement. So you want to be on the left side. Now the right hand's going to rise up to your shoulder, so the weapon is parallel to the floor. Now you're going to strike with a Jodan level Zuki toward angle 1. That's going to be striking the throat or the chest or the face somewhere. Following that, we do a Yokomen strike to angle 1, followed by Mikozuki Geri to angle 1. And so that is done concurrently, and here's what that looks like. I settled into Juji Dachi and strike with Chudanzuki towards angle 1, but I don't want to stay here very long, so I'm going to step around, establish Senkusa Dachi and strike with an elbow strike, Bo Impi Uchi, to angle 1. Now I'll step back with my left leg and do that same sequence on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we're basically done with the form, and we'll begin a series of rotations or spins, and these are purely optional as far as what you do. There's a minimum requirement. The minimum requirement is that you spin once on the right side, once on the left side, once in front, and at least once overhead. Now you can do 40 spins there if you'd like. You can do any combination, do the spins in any order. The only requirement is that you do at least one on the right, at least one on the left, one in front, and one overhead. If you do that, you've done all that you need to do, but you can augment that in any way that you would like. So thanks for watching and enjoy.